Welcome to Game 2 here on the El Paso Sports Network in a game between the Horizon Scorpions, who come in at 9-0, and the Montwood Rams, who come in at 5-6. And it is the Horizon Scorpions with first possession here in the ball game. The Scorpions beat Mission Early College 33-0 yesterday. The Montwood Rams defeated the Franklin Cougars 22-0 in their first game. I'm Tony Grijalva alongside Mike Perez. And after that exciting first game, Coach, what do we expect here in Game 2?
Nothing but the same, Coach. These are the playoffs, so you're going to see some good competition.
And a little handoff outside there, minimal gain. Horizon has been one of the surprise teams so far this season, coming in with an undefeated 8-0 record, and also winning their first game against Mission Early College. So I'm expecting them to play well here against a very good Montwood team.
Yeah, they came out with 2 running throws, which don't see a whole lot of that.
No rush at all. They'll check down.
Yeah, you can see their quarterback, number 24, Rox Solis, has a really good arm, good poise in the pocket. Of course, no rush, Coach. She had all day to kind of survey the secondary, but sets up a fourth down here and quite a ways to go. Looks like they need about 15 yards to get that first down.
Starting off in a one-back set are the Scorpions. Back to pass. The quarterback looks like she's looking deep. Oh, she's got that little wheel route, and just over the hands of the receiver, who was open there, number 11 for the Horizon Scorpions, Layla Williams.
Layla Williams had her open too, Coach. It hit her in the hands. That was a nice throw there by Solis, showing off that she's very capable of making those long throws down the sideline. But the ball goes over on downs. They say don't convert even the first down on the first possession of the offensive unit for the Horizon Scorpions, setting up Montwood for their first try on offense.
So the Montwood Rams now with the ball for their possession. Number 1 running back for the Montwood Rams, showing some quickness there, and Annabelle Garcia with some pretty good yardage.
Yeah, Annabelle got that ball and took it off the left over the left end, Coach, and showed some speed there, getting out with a really nice gain of about 15 yards.
And that's one of the things that I remember about Montwood. They do have a lot of speed at the receiver position and also at the running back position. Second down here, one back set once again. Nice throw, and the receiver, boy, plenty of room there to turn up the field.
And Nahi Carrillo, Coach, the center, which we've seen that a lot. The center is open quite a bit, and a nice throw there by the quarterback for the Montwood Rams, Justine Duenas. Really nice pickup, enough for the first down, and sets Montwood up in a nice possession of the field there to co-score on their first offensive drive.
Good early start here for the Montwood offense there. Oh, little mishandle there, trying a little crisscross with the motion plus the running back, and just didn't have the timing on it.
Yeah, Coach, and we talk about how important it is on first down to get a positive play here, and let's see if this comes back to haunt the Rams on this opening drive.
Second down now for Montwood. Again, one back. Quarterback rolls to the right. Throws back across. Oh, nice play there by the defense to react to that pass, knock the ball down.
Yeah, so you can see Horizon here. They do have a rusher, and the rusher was quick to get right in Duenas' face there and forced her to throw probably earlier than she wanted. But that's a good strategy difference between the two defenses. One doesn't rush, and you see Horizon bringing the rush early.
Third down now for Montwood. Handoff, comes back inside. Again, that's number 1, the running back, Garcia, and gets some good yardage.
Coach, you see that swivel hip that you see a lot being taught now and Garcia is very capable. She's got good speed and is able to swivel her hips as she sees the defenders making a miss, and she dodged one. But fortunately for Horizon, the safety came up and made the play just before she could get any more distance.
Fourth down for the Rams. Straight drop back by the quarterback. Oh, she had a receiver wide open in the end zone. Overthrew her.
Yeah, and I bet Justine would like to have that one back.
Oh,
She's
definitely.
probably salivating
Wow.
as how wide open her receiver was in that back corner of the end zone, and just wasn't able to get it to her, thus stalling the drive. But a nice drive for the Rams, but unfortunately they just missed a wide open receiver in the right corner of the end zone.
So the ball now goes over into possession of the Horizon Scorpions for their second possession here. And the first snap there hits the ground, so the ball is dead there.
That's a safety,
that's a
Coach.
safety.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
There
it.
you
That's
go.
a safety. So it's 2 points.
So it's 2-0 for the Montwood Rams, and they will retain possession, move down across the field to the 5-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Montwood Rams with a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, just kind of they looked like the snap got away from the center there, Coach, and it went high right, and the quarterback wasn't able to come down with it, thus leading to the safety.
And so now the Montwood Rams with an opportunity to stretch that 2-0 lead here. They had a good drive in their first possession, but couldn't quite punch it into the end zone. Crisscross action again, same play. Number 1 turns the corner. Annabelle Garcia gets up the field for, again, good yardage on first down.
Yeah, that was almost the same play with this. Actually, it was the same play, but almost a similar result, Coach. She gained about 13 yards on that run over the left edge, and a very successful play to start the drive.
Second down now for the Rams. This time is play action. Not much room out there. Throwing the ball on that short route.
Yeah, that was really good coverage by the secondary there for the Scorpions. She caught it and was immediately tackled for either no gain or minimal gain.
Brings up a third down now for the Rams. They go into an empty set. Quarterback back to throw. And nice play defensively there to knock it down.
Yeah, that was a really nice play. Like that was 24 for the Horizon. That was their quarterback, Roxanne Solis.
You're right.
Rox Solis coming up from her safety spot to knock that away.
Good reaction there to the defense. Fourth down now for the Rams. One back set. Quarterback looking deep. Nope. Throwing back across and a little bit too high for the intended receiver. And the ball turns over once again to the Horizon Scorpions.
Well, I start off with a nice run, Coach, and just weren't able to do anything after that. A good job of the Horizon defense stepping up and stifling that second drive, offensive drive for the Rams here.
So now it is the Horizon Scorpions with possession. Quarterback rolls to her left, throws back across, finds the receiver open right in the middle of the field. Nice job there. Good catch.
Yeah, so Solis threw a strike there to Leah Juarez right across the middle of the field. And they themselves start their first play of the drive with a nice gain of about 13 yards.
Nice crossing route there. Brings up a second down for the Scorpions. Oh, and they dropped the ball once again. Trying to execute a handoff.
Yeah, they had a different quarterback in the backfield time. Looks like that's either number, can't tell if that's 3 or 5, but there's a different quarterback back in the backfield. Quarterback
back to throw. Long, deep route and over the head of everyone.
Yeah, she had Sophia Garcia, number 1, the receiver that she had it intended for in a deep pass, but kind of overthrew her, and the ball fell harmlessly. And now they face fourth down after that really nice opening pass, Coach. They haven't any success on the last 2 plays.
Very similar to the previous drive for the Montwood Rams. Number 9 is the quarterback. Rolls to her left. Stops, throws back across, and looking for a receiver there, but overthrew the receiver there on that side.
Yeah, as Brianna Berber out there, one of the receivers, number 20, but was way overthrown and pretty well covered by the Montwood defense. Turns the ball over again on downs, and Montwood will take over on the third offensive drive here in a few seconds.
So we'll see how Montwood does here with the this possession on first down. They've been pretty successful so far in their possessions on first down. It's the rest of the downs where they seem to falter a bit. So we'll see how that works out. One back set. Handoff once again. Same play. Nice defensive play that time.
Well, they've gone to the well 3 times in a row, Coach, and I think the Scorpions are like, nope.
Exactly.
Andrea Partida was the one that made that pull coming from her linebacker spot there. Nice pull by Partida.
Yeah. Good reaction as well. Here she comes again. Quarterback back to throw. Little short route to Garcia. Minimal gain. Brings up a third down.
Nice play by Candace Judd coming up from her, looks like her cornerback spot to make the stop after the nice little catch.
Montwood in an empty set this time. Quarterback drops. Here comes the pressure. Oh, that ball, I don't know if it slipped out of her hand or for whatever reason, but it did not quite hit the target.
It looked like it was either tipped or her arm was hit because that ball went straight up like
It
a
did.
javelin, Coach, and it fell harmlessly incomplete. And there was a group of players there that surprisingly nobody came up with it.
Right. Threw into a crowd. Fourth down for the Montwood Rams. One back set this time. Quarterback this time moves to her left, goes back to her right. And incomplete was that pass intended for Annabelle Garcia. So the ball turns over, possession to the Horizon Scorpions.
Yeah, Partida is a rusher. She's coming in full speed on the quarterback, Justine Duenas from Montwood, and she doesn't have a whole lot of time. It's a good job by Partida making her get rid of that ball.
Well, she's quick enough to get to the quarterback before the quarterback can make a move. Here comes the pass. Oh, little option run. In regular football, that's a speed option. Quarterback attacks the line of scrimmage, makes the pitch. Nice looking play there and good yardage for the Horizon Scorpions.
And Coach, you got to practice that because that's not easy to step look
Exactly.
and pitch. So well executed by the Scorpion offense there.
Quarterback now looking for a receiver. Can't find one. Runs out of bounds. Brings up a third down for Horizon. On field number 2 over here at halftime, it is El Dorado 7, El Paso High 0. Little surprising score. Surprising for me anyway. But again, 1 half left. Back to the action for Horizon. Oh, another nice catch.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
Leah Juarez coming up with a nice grab there for a first down. That was a crucial catch because that ball was a little high. She went up and just snagged it right out of the air, high-pointed it.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. She really high-pointed that one and made the reception. First down for the Horizon Scorpions now. First and gold. Oh, there's a nice wrinkle there. Inside handoff on that motion.
It's like a jet sweep there, Coach, and a nice execution for a significant gain. Not a big gain, but a nice gain on first down, kind of the way you'd like to start each drive.
And a different look for the defense as well.
Yep, that was out to Sofia Garcia, one of the receivers.
Quarterback back to pass again. Looking for, that was Annabelle Garcia, number 1. Perfect position there. The only thing she forgot was the ball.
Coach, and with her speed, if she catches that, she's gone. They're not going to catch her. And, boy, she was probably wishes she could have that back because that was 6 points the other way.
Definitely so. Quarterback rolling out to the left again, and this time incomplete.
Yeah, that was Kimberly Silos is the quarterback now for Horizon. She threw a strike there. When her receiver wasn't able to come down with it. Looks like it's setting up fourth down here, right, Coach?
Yeah, fourth down. Alyssa Ochoa was the intended receiver on that previous play. Snap to the back, pitch to the quarterback, and a nice play defensively, knocked the ball away.
Yeah, that was number 4, Calissa Mallard for the Rams, making a nice play. The sophomore right in the back of the end zone because that would have been a completion and it would have been a score.
It actually looked like the receiver was open.
It was.
But that nice reaction there by the defensive back, the safety to get over there and knock it down.
Calissa Mallard, their sophomore, making a really nice play to keep the Scorpions from scoring on that drive.
So the ball turns over now to the Montwood Rams. First down. Again, a one-back set. Snap is back. Looking for that short run. Nice catch there on a low throw by Annabelle Garcia.
Yeah, she's definitely a playmaker for the Rams. She can run the ball, and she shows her versatility by coming out of the backfield with a nice catch.
Yeah, that was a tough catch. That was low, shoestring catch.
Yeah, again, Coach, they're getting a lot of pressure on the quarterback, Justine Duenas. She struggles with with any kind of pocket movement, but she
Oh, watch out.
Yep.
Little slip there on that handoff.
Nice play there by, looked like that was number 15, Cadence Judd, coming up from her corner spot to make the tackle on the running back for the Rams.
Empty set now, third down. Back to pass, looking down middle of the field. Completion to the center.
Yeah, Mercedes Schlosser. We talk about that center, how it's always open, Coach, and that was a nice pitch and catch there for about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Fourth down now for the Montwood Rams, trying to get that first down, get into the next zone. Here comes the snap. Quarterback looks, looking up the middle once again, and the throw was a little bit behind the intended receiver.
Yeah, I guess who was right in her grill, Coach, was
Yes.
Partida. She's coming up from that rusher spot, and as soon as that ball is snapped, she's like a shot out of a cannon on her, and it makes it really hard for the Montwood quarterback, Justine Duenas, to find any time to complete passes.
Yeah, she had a little bit of trouble reacting. The pressure's so quick.
Yes.
It's she's having a hard time trying to evade that rush. In any case, the Horizon Scorpions on first down try a running play inside, get some yardage, brings up a second down for the Scorpions. The Montwood Rams with a 2-0 lead on the safety. A crisscross action in the backfield. And throw was a little bit too high for the intended receiver. It's going to bring up a third down now.
Yeah, it's hard to kind of make it
It is.
Look on the Horizon's numbers, but that was at quarterback Kimberly Silos is throwing some nice balls. She's just hasn't had a whole lot of luck completing them.
Oh, once again, nice play defensively by the Montwood Rams reacting to that pass, and I believe that is Annabelle Garcia.
Yeah, Coach, she's shown a lot of versatility on both sides of the ball. She's made some tackles, deflected some passes. Obviously, we've seen her run the ball offensively, and she's also caught a few balls out of the backfield.
Fourth down now for the Scorpions. Throwing the ball and pick play.
Annabelle Garcia again, Coach.
Yep.
She got herself an interception there. And that was fourth down anyway, so I think they're going to take it.
I think they ruled her that she was on the
bounds.
line, so the ball's going to go back to the 5-yard line. Although the Montwood Rams do have possession now.
Okay, so they've run that kind of left side sweep the last 3 times.
Correct.
And it was sniffed out pretty good last time by the Scorpions. I doubt they'll go to that play again.
Well,
but maybe fake it and get some kind of counter action on that, Coach.
The running backs lined up on the opposite side, so maybe they're going to go the opposite way.
Yeah, but then you're right.
Yep.
And she does a really good job, even though it was well anticipated by the Scorpion defense. She was still able to get about 6 yards right up the middle.
And that was a good job there by Garcia. I thought that play was designed to go outside, but she cut it back inside nicely.
Yeah, it looked like she read that, saw that it was sniffed out, and cut it back up the middle. Ended up going probably more up the middle than right where it was intended to, and she did gain about 5 or 6 yards on that first down play.
Timeout here on the field, and looking over at field number 2, it is the El Dorado Aztecs with a 20-0 lead over the El Paso High Tigers. So interesting matchup there. 26-0 now. Wow. El Dorado pouring it on. I thought maybe the Tigers of El Paso High had a chance to stay in the ballgame here.
Yeah, we've seen El Paso High's offense, and it's really coordinated very well.
It is.
But sometimes, Coach, speed will overcome a lot of things.
Very, very true. Second down for the Rams. Quarterback drops back. Looking deep. Got a receiver out there. Catch the receiver. That is a nice pitch and catch there for the Montwood Rams.
Yeah, Justine Duenas came back and threw a nice strike down there Looks like that was
number 4, I believe.
number 4. Yeah, so nice grab. Sets up first down with about 15 yards left for them to score.
Puts the ball on the ground.
Yeah, that just, they were going to get that ball to Garcia around the left side, and she had some space, but they dropped the exchange.
Wow! After a big play like that on the previous down, a nice throw there by the quarterback and the receiver Millard running a great route, just streaking past the corner.
Yeah, they blew a coverage over there, and Calissa Mallard, the receiver for the Rams, made them pay. But nice throw by the quarterback, Justine Duanes, over to Mallard for a big completion, probably the biggest play of the game that we've seen thus far, Coach.
Yeah, and I'm surprised there, Mike, for the Scorpions. They didn't have a safety over the top. I don't know if the safety got caught up with the number 2 receiver inside or just went the wrong way.
Yeah, it looked like a blown coverage because she was wide open, and they were – luckily it was a bit underthrown because that it would have been a touchdown.
Looking into the end zone are the Rams, and another catch. Wow, great catch there.
That's Mallard again.
That is Mallard.
You know, in that time, give credit to Justine Duanes there. She evaded Andrea Partida, who's been in her face all day long, and was sidestepped her and gave Mallard enough time to get into the end zone and come up with a nice catch.
That was a great throw. What impressed me about the catch is she caught it with her hands.
Very true, Coach.
Yeah, here comes the point after attempt, and boy, that was a nice interception there. Went high for that rebound, looked like.
That's a really nice play. It showed some athleticism there. Can't quite tell who that was, but looks like there was number 11 for the Scorpions, and that is Lila Williams.
Yep.
A real nice, like you said, intercepted at a high point, which we try to teach all the time, right, Coach?
Right.
And a lot of our kids don't understand that, but it looks like Miss Williams has that down pat. But a big-time score there for the Rams, Coach. A nice throw and catch on 2 big plays by Mallard.
And the lead for the Montwood Rams goes from 2-0 to 8-0. And I don't know if we're in a timeout or if we're at half. So
looks like they're giving the refs some water, so it's probably halftime here, Coach.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a break here on El Paso Sports Network, and we will return when the action resumes.
Saturday, May 30th, World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. And Yocasta Valle versus Lourdes Juarez. 4 world title fights. One massive night for women's boxing at the El Paso County Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com at the Coliseum box office.
On June 10th, the Texas University Interscholastic League will meet to discuss next steps on sanctioning girls flag football. Currently, 22 states have sanctioned girls flag football. You can show your support by signing the petition to help make Texas next. Click on the link below or visit epsportsnetwork1.com for more information. Make Texas next. Provide opportunity, empower girls, and let's sanction the game.
Welcome back here to Sack 2 on the El Paso Sports Network, where the Montwood Rams have an 8-0 lead on the Horizon Scorpions, and the Rams have possession first here to start the second half. And Mike, looking at the first half, I think that late touchdown by the Montwood Rams, sort of put some space in between the two teams.
Yeah, what's really important, Coach, is that Horizon had a safety earlier in the game. That might come back to haunt them.
Mm-hmm. You're right. Second down for the Rams. Quarterback rolling right. Oh, looking deep. And, just not. The receiver there, number 4, I believe, was covered.
Yeah, again, Justine Duanes, the quarterback for Montwood, sidestepped Andrea Partido, the rusher, again. This is like the third time she's been able to do that. Yep. And I'm going to tell you, Partido's a lot faster, so she needs to break down her feet and try to keep Justine in the pocket, because she's definitely getting there.
Exactly. Little short pass there in the middle of the field. Gets a short yardage there.
Nahi Carrillo, number 24 for the Montwood Rams, coming up from their center spot. The junior making a nice reception and with a good gain of about 7 or 8 yards.
It brings up a fourth down, though, I believe, for the Montwood Rams. I didn't get a chance to check the signal for the White Hat. In any case, this time, good movement by the quarterback. Going deep again, has a receiver down. Oh, it's picked off. The free safety there for the Horizon Scorpions with a good job. They're reading the quarterback, getting in front of the ball. I believe that's number 11.
Yeah, Williams again. Yep, Coach, there is a flag Williams on the field, so I don't know what the call is. Okay. It was thrown by the line judge over there. And it's going to be interference on the Scorpions. Yeah,
You're right. Good call.
That negates Williams' nice interception and return. She had a really good return.
She did.
All for naught.
Wow. So the Montwood Rams get another chance at fourth down.
Well, he just signaled first down.
Oh,
Coach.
okay.
I guess that would mean the same as we do when we do the high school football. But yeah, it looks like they've caught on to that play. Annabelle Garcia had about 3 really good runs early in the first half of this game, but now they've tried handing it off to her off left side and just has not worked the last 2 or 3 times they've tried to run that.
Second down now for the Rams. One back set once again. Adjustments on defense. Short throw. And again, Garcia, the receiver there, and the minimal gain that time.
Yeah, that was a minimal gain, and they got the ball out to Garcia in the passing game this time, but a nice play by.
I don't know if the quarterback was ready for that snap or that snap was a bit hard. It was a little high, though.
Yeah, it was. Their center is Anahi Carrillo, who we've seen make some nice catches, but she does have some pretty good heat on that snap. So if Justine's not ready, it'll go by her, and it just did that for a loss of down.
Empty set now for the Rams. Little shift for the defense. Looking down the field, middle of the field, and a great catch there by the center, I believe.
Yep, that's Anahi Carrillo, who just had that missed snap, but she's a definite target down the middle of the field and has made a few receptions thus far this evening, but unfortunately is short, and the ball gets turned over on downs over to Horizon.
Well, the Rams got close to that first down, couldn't quite cross it, though, turned the ball over, and now it's a first possession for the Horizon Scorpions. Pressure once again, and getting a sack, the Montwood Rams.
Yeah, number 5, Mia Orozco, coming up from her linebacker spot and was able to rush and make that play as she was able to sack Kimberly Silos for a significant loss.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback didn't have the movement needed in the pocket. Oh, here comes a long throw, and picked off by the Montwood Rams.
That's Mallard.
That is Mallard.
We've seen her make some plays offensively, but she comes up from her safety spot and read that really well and bobbled it for 1 second, but then was able to come up with a nice interception, set up Montwood on this side of the field for to get another touchdown and go probably take a commanding lead if they can go down and score.
Right. And as you said, that was a good catch on that bobble. I thought that ball was going to hit the ground. But good concentration by Mallard to keep possession there. And now it is a first down for the Montwood Rams. First and goal.
You know, Montwood has had good drives. Only times is when they do self-inflicted errors like drop-in handoffs or snaps. Other than that, they've been able to move the ball pretty well.
Nice fake there.
Yep.
Play action.
Yeah, it's very good. Looked like that was number 26, Mercedes Schlosser, coming across the middle there and was able to make a nice play for about a gain of 7 or 8 yards.
Second down now for the Rams. Looking to get into the end zone once again. One back set. Quarterback drops. Short drop this time. Quick pass in between two defenders.
Yeah, that was Brooklyn Rodriguez playing her linebacker slot receiver type and gets another 7 or 8 yards.
Yep.
Setting them up with about 8 to 10 yards, Coach, for this touchdown.
Yeah, they're getting close to that no-run zone there. Third down for the Rams. Handoff to Garcia. Makes the move. And, that's a good play defensively. I thought she had gotten by that first defender.
It looked like, Garcia has some really nice swivel in her hips and looked like she avoided that tackle, but not to be. That was number 12, Mina Ruiz, coming up from her linebacker spot to make the stop for the Scorpions, setting up an important fourth down here, Coach.
Big play. Fourth down, empty set. Quarterback looking short, looks to her left, throws to her left, too high for the intended receiver.
And no rush that time, Coach.
Nope.
They gave Justine Duenas all day long and covered everybody, which they did well because nobody was open.
So a good stop defensively by the Horizon Scorpions. Turns the ball over, and now it is their possession. First down. One back set. Quarterback drops straight back. Little swing pass. Dropped by the running back.
Yeah, those looks like they got the quarterback that started, Rox Solis, back in at quarterback.
Okay.
And she threw a nice strike, but wasn't able to convert that as her receiver dropped the ball in the right flat.
Yeah, the intended receiver was Destiny Cadena, and just couldn't quite control it as she went up the field. Second down for the Horizon Scorpions. One back behind pistol formation. Inside handoff, or pitch, I should say. And
Sofia Garcia coming around like a little wide receiver screen there, Coach, and it just not a whole lot to it. Montwood reacted really well and
you're right.
Made a quick stop.
Good reaction there. Third down for the Scorpions. Here it comes again, going the other way now. And once again, the reaction by the defense for the Montwood Rams.
Yeah, that was over to 25, Leo Juarez for Horizon, and there's not a lot to do with it, bringing out a fourth down and a long way to go, Coach.
Yeah, this is one of those situations here, Mike, where you're going to throw it deep and see what happens. Back to pass. There's deep pass. She had a receiver. Juarez wide open, and it slipped through her hands.
Yeah, Solis threw a strike there, and Juarez wishes she could get that back because that was a nice throw, and it would have been enough for the first down, Coach. And that goes for naught, and the ball goes back to the Rams for another offensive possession here.
So now the Rams will start at their 5-yard line. And again, 8-0 lead for the Montwood Rams. We're quite a bit along now in the second half.
Yeah, you got to give Horizon's quarterbacks both credit. Both Solis and Kimberly Silos can throw the ball. They just haven't had a lot of luck making connections downfield.
True. Here comes that crisscross action for the Montwood Rams. And good yardage on that carry.
Looked like that might have been number 3, Brooklyn Rodriguez, coming around from her wide receiver side on that end around, and didn't go anywhere. They had that snipped out pretty well.
Second down, one back set once again. Oh, right up the middle once again. Nice job there of the receivers running routes and leaving that middle of the field wide open.
Yeah, they crisscross kind of right in front and then clear everything out in the center.
Right.
Mercedes Schlosser's had some nice gains there as a real easy, quick, pitch and catch from Justine Duenas to her center.
Once again, Montwood Rams quarterback, back to pass. Again, same thing, up the middle. Seems like the Montwood Rams have found something successful offensively.
Yeah, and, Mercedes Schlosser's tall, so she's a real easy target to find. And I'm telling you, Justine Duenas has a good time, has enough time to get her the ball. She has done that successfully, setting them up for about, 7 or 8 yards to get this first down, Coach?
Yep. That's what it looks like. So the Montwood Rams on the move. And once again, nice play defensively there. That time, looked like the defense was ready for it that time.
That was Williams. Coach Williams is one of their good their good defensive players there. And she sniffed that out and was able to knock it out before, looks like that was for Schlosser again, right? The same play. And knocked it away and prevented that first down, giving the ball right back to the Scorpion offense.
A final from field number 2. The El Dorado Aztecs advance with a 28-12 win over the El Paso High Tigers.
Wow, what a nice strike there by Rox Solis.
That was.
Hitting Isaret Perez on a nice corner route, almost all the way to midfield there. Just short of the first down. Maybe need about 4 or 5 yards to get that first down.
Second down now. The Scorpions, once again, going to the air. Open receiver. Once again, middle of the field.
Leah Juarez, she's been open all day, and you can tell she's got colorful hair, and you can see as soon as she comes open, Solis is able to rocket the ball to her. Solis has got a really nice arm.
Yeah, she does, and looks like the Scorpions with a little bit of momentum offensively here. And there goes the throw into the end zone for a touchdown.
Sophia Garcia, number 1, Coach. Nice grab, a nice throw again by Solis.
Yep. Moving to her left and looking for the receiver there in the front corner of the end zone. And now it looks like they're going to go for 2 points and tie it up.
Yeah, they kind of have to because of that safety they gave up earlier. And let's see if they can convert.
Yep.
Again, no rush.
Looking, throws it short and not going to get there.
Yeah, that's kind of when you just take a shot to the end zone, Coach. Yep. You throw it short like that, there's a lot of people to avoid, and they just weren't able to do it. But she had all day just good coverage by the Montwood Rams secondary.
It does cut the lead, though. The Montwood Rams with an 8-6 lead over the Horizon Scorpions.
And I'm sure the clock now becomes an enemy for the Scorpions, so they got to hurry up and either come up with a turnover, Coach, or get these 4 downs and try to get this ball back for one last drive on the offensive side to see if they can either go ahead. They'd have to go ahead, right? There's no safety here or 2-point play you can get.
So Montwood, first down. Quarterback looking, avoids the rush. Going deep, she's got a receiver, and the receiver with a nice catch there drops the ball, but I think she had possession.
Yeah, it's Mallard again.
Is it Mallard again?
Yeah, she's made some really nice plays. But again, Coach, their little rusher, Andrea Partido, had Justine.
Yes.
Triana's dead in her sights, and Justine did a real nice job of sidestepping her, gave herself a few more counts to get that ball downfield and made a nice completion.
Yep. Big completion into the first down zone. So now it's 1st and goal for the Montwood Rams. Again in their one-back set. Got motion across the formation. Coming back with that little counter play for Annabelle Garcia. And gets good yardage.
Yeah, never a bad idea to put the ball in Annabelle's hands.
No.
She's quick, and she can catch the ball and has really good hips to avoid getting tackled, and shows what she can do there with a nice gain.
Especially with the misdirection action that they run there. Back to an empty set now for the Montwood Rams. And here comes the rush. Oh, nice play for the Scorpions there, knocking the ball down.
Yeah, it was Cadence Judd coming out from her linebacker spot, knocking that ball away, and made a really nice play there.
Read that play well. Second down now for the Montwood Rams. Or I think it's third down maybe. One back. Quarterback looking down the middle. Nice catch there by the Montwood Rams, in for a touchdown. That is number 3.
Brooklyn Rodriguez, coach.
Yep.
Nice play by the young lady. Was smart enough to stretch the ball over just as she was getting tackled, and
that's right.
Was enough to get the touchdown and pretty much more than likely preserve the victory here for the Montwood Rams.
Yep, big score for Montwood there. Stretches the lead out now to 14-6.
Coach, if they come up with this conversion in any shape or form, I think that puts a seal on the game, because I don't think there's enough time for 2 more possessions for the Scorpions.
I believe you'd be right with there. Fakes the handoff, looking into the end zone, throws the ball too high. Nice play defensively as well.
Yeah, nice play defensively by the Scorpions to keep themselves alive and make it a 1-score game. Looked like that was number 7, Coach.
I did not catch the number there, Mike.
Nevertheless, nice play.
First down for the Scorpions. Going back to their passing game once again, which was successful on their last possession. Got them a score.
Yeah, there's Leah Juarez again with a nice catch. Coach, she's been big. She's come up big for the Scorpions on the offensive side.
She's played a good game there. Quarterback moving to her right. Looking downfield, no pressure. Crossing route there to number 7, Destiny Cadena, but just out of her reach. They're in hurry-up mode.
As they should be. They've got to hustle.
Yep. Looking downfield once again, and another nice catch. Little crossing route across the middle.
Yeah, Leah Juarez has come up big again, Coach. She catches really well with her hands. She just gets her hands on it, and that ball's not going anywhere. This will be 4th down coming up.
This will be 4th down.
Had 2 catches, 1 drop, and this sets up a huge 4th down here, Coach. They've got to have this conversion.
And I think that's why Horizon calls a timeout there, just to make sure everybody's on the same page here. As you said, very important play coming up here. You get a first down here, you continue the momentum and move down the field to try and at least get a score, tie it up.
You're going to have to convert here, otherwise you'll run out of time. Because the ball will go over on downs to Montwood, and I just don't think there's enough time to get another possession.
One back set. Scorpions throwing little swing pass out there into the first down and more.
That was a nice play, nice execution there. And that was Brooklyn Rodriguez coming up for the Montwood Rams to save that touchdown as they were able to get the ball to, it looked like it was number 8, Abril Elizalda.
First down for the Scorpions. Looking to double pass. Has a receiver. Oh, just off the fingertips there. She was open in the end zone, but couldn't quite reach it.
Yeah, she was open, and they're hurrying. They know they've got
very, very short on time.
Just a few seconds.
Yeah. Second down now for the Scorpions, excuse me. Looking downfield, little throwback action into the end zone.
Nice pull there to save the touchdown.
She did not get in the end zone. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong Kono there.
It's a really nice play out there. Looked like that was
little quarterback throwback.
Yeah. Philadelphia special, huh?
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Yep. Got to go back to your clutch receiver there for the score.
Leah Juarez has been clutch all night.
Yes, she has.
Solis knows exactly where to go, and they converted a nice touchdown score there.
Wow, and so now the game gets a little bit tighter. The Montwood Rams 14, the Horizon Scorpions 12, and obviously the Scorpions are going to go for 2.
Coach, if you're Montwood, the defensive coordinator here, do you bring pressure? Because they didn't last time. They played coverage. But, man, you give Solis enough time. Somebody comes open. She has the arm strength to hit it into a tight spot. Especially with a good receiver like Juarez. I don't know if you want to give her time to find her.
In any case, empty set. They are going to bring Rush. Oh, she was open. Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Nice throw by Solis. Just couldn't come up with it. And you got to feel that was a good call.
It was a good call, yeah.
Good execution. Just didn't finish the play there. And sometimes things like that happen, Coach.
Yeah, the play set up nicely. The receiver on that side ran a crossing route to sort of clear that area and slid the running back out there, but just couldn't connect.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, and you feel bad. It looked like that was number 17 for the Scorpions that couldn't handle that pass. That was Isarat Perez.
Running play for the Montwood Rams to Garcia, but good job defensively. And if you're the Montwood Rams here, you have to be careful with the safety over here on as close you are.
Yeah, I think I would run it as just as much as possible because you don't want to put the ball in the air to get a turnover. That's kind of what they're doing.
There you go.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she's stretching it out to make sure they mark
get as much yardage as she can.
Smartly done there. That looks like that's Brooklyn Rodriguez, who's made some big plays for the Rams tonight.
Third down, I believe, was coming up for the Montwood Rams here. Still a long way to go. Third and long. Right now, the important thing for the Montwood Rams is not to create a turnover.
Correct, Coach. It's the last thing you want is to put the ball in the air. So they're just going to run this thing.
Yep, taking their time.
Yep, take their chances, seeing if they can pull something off. And looks like either a timeout was taken or that's timeout.
It is a timeout. You're exactly right.
Kind of fun to guess how much time is left. Coach. You're just kind of wondering.
It is. I mean, you try and figure out, well, what would they do next? And it just doesn't.
Well, you can tell. I mean, the way Montwood is being ultra conservative.
Oh, a couple of scoring updates here. Socorro with a big win over the Canutillo Eagles, 26-20. Wow. Socorro will advance.
The Bulldogs coming up
big. A little bit of a
really
surprise,
nice.
Especially against a very good Canutillo team.
And that's our buddy Joe over there. His daughter plays for the Socorro Bulldogs.
Exactly.
That's good.
Another running play for the Montwood Rams. Not much as far as gaining yardage. And man, they're getting awfully close to that goal line. that would really scare me.
2 yards is about all they have between the. But this is fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So,
yes.
I would just take it directly from the center and not snap anything backwards.
He's going deep.
They did pull it on her. He's calling the safety, Coach. He's calling the safety. What in the?
My goodness! What and I told you I was getting nervous with them having the ball that deep into the end zone.
Why throw the ball, Coach? It's fourth down and a mile.
All you have to do is hand off, get an extra yard. The game's over.
Even if she throws it down the field instead of trying to avoid anybody, wow, that's. I guess we're going to get a second overtime.
So we're going to get, yes, sir. We're going to look at overtime once again. We had overtime in the first ball game that we did between Isleta and. I don't even remember who Isleta played that first game.
Isleta played Parkland.
Parkland, yes, thank you. Parkland comes out on top. And now, the second overtime that we have, it is between the Montwood Rams and the Horizon Scorpions. And, although that was a questionable play, you do have to give Horizon a lot of credit coming back, being down like that.
Absolutely, Coach. They go down and score, and then they call a great play. And, you got to feel for Isarat Bettis there, because she dropped a wide open 2-point conversion that would have tied it, but then her defense comes back and picks her up, and they're able to get the safety to tie, and now it's whoever scores and can make a stop. That's where we're at.
Yep. Well, they're going to decide on the rules for the overtime, so we'll take a quick break and then we'll come back.
Saturday, May 30th, World World Championship Boxing returns to El Paso. It's a double main event night as hometown hero Stephanie Hahn takes on Holly Holm in a WBA lightweight world title defense. Amanda the Real Deal Serrano defends her unified titles against Germany's Cheyenne Pepper Hansen. Desley Robinson versus Mary Spencer. And Yocasta Valle versus Lourdes Juarez. 4 world title fights. One massive night for women's boxing at the El Paso County Coliseum. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com at the Coliseum box office.
On June 10th, the Texas University Interscholastic League will meet to discuss next steps on sanctioning girls flag football. Currently, 22 states have sanctioned girls flag football. You can show your support by signing the petition to help make Texas next. Click on the link below or visit epsportsnetwork1.com for more information. Make Texas next. Provide opportunity, empower girls, and let's sanction the game.
So welcome back here to Sack 2 on the El Paso Sports Network, where we are into overtime for the second game. The first possession belongs to the Horizon Scorpions. Quarterback looking deep, throwing a crossing route, and gets pretty good yardage. And now that we know the procedure for overtime, Mike, the first possession is from midfield, one possession for each team, and then after that it goes back to the 5-yard line. And then one play, one attempt until somebody scores. Oh, we almost had it.
Yep. Zaretzi Martinez, the junior linebacker, almost ended the game with one play.
That was an ill-advised throw there, trying to throw across her body. And fortunately, the ball was dropped. Third down for the Scorpions. One back set, looking to throw in that crossing route once again, and nice defense, but a nice battle there between the receiver Juarez and
Brooklyn Rodriguez. Yes. She's been in a lot of plays, and she knows that was her favorite. That Juarez is her favorite target, and covered her up nicely.
Fourth down, last attempt for Horizon. Gets down the field, but not enough to get into the end zone.
Well, you got to love the determination some of these young ladies are putting out there, Coach. They're diving and running into each other. And, this is all about school pride and for your team. Sure. And they're definitely showing that up here today.
Yep. Aside from the fact that all the practices you put in and 5 weeks of a competition, it does seem to be that much more important to them. So now the ball turns over to the Montwood Rams, and the Montwood Rams will have an attempt from midfield to get into the end zone. Again, 14-14.
I have a feeling Mallard is going to strike here soon, Coach. just got a feeling.
Yep. Back to pass.
Oh, she's open.
It's deep. Almost there.
She had Mallard deeper, but she also had number 24, Anahi Carrillo, open down the middle of the field.
She did. Yep.
She kind of threw it between both of them and couldn't get it to either one, but she had Mallard open on that left sideline, wide open. She's about 6 yards behind everybody.
So the Montwood Rams go for it on first down and fail, so now it's second down. One back set this time for the Rams. Quarterback would hand off, and good job defensively there. Didn't get fooled on that. That's Annabelle Garcia on the carry. Third down now for the Rams.
Yeah, Garcia's had some success early running, but they've been able to stifle her the last pretty much the entire second half.
You're right. Back to pass. It's the quarterback. And throwing it to the center once again. And Nice yardage there for the Rams.
Mercedes Schlosser has been effective all night.
She
Coach.
has.
That might be her 6th or 7th reception.
Yep.
And, she doesn't gain a lot, but 10 or 12 yards at a pop. She's about 60, 70 yards for the night, Coach.
Yeah.
She's had a successful game.
She's got good hands. Empty set now for the Montwood Rams. Looking deep into the corner, and just over the head of the intended receiver. That was a 4th down play.
Yeah, they were going for Mallard in that left corner, and didn't have much room. Was well covered, and gave her a shot, but again, well covered by that Scorpion defense, and they turned the ball over. And now we come to where this is
yes, this is the exciting part here.
One and done.
If you did not see the first game, each team gets an attempt from the 5-yard line. And there is Horizon with the first attempt.
Yeah, I mean, guess who, Coach?
Yeah.
Leah Juarez, again, you would think somebody would cover her, but she's shown that she can get open in just about any situation. Just went down, turned over her left shoulder, and made a nice play.
Right. So now it is the Montwood Rams' turn to get the touchdown, and it's do or die here for Montwood. One play.
Coach, Mercedes Schlosser has been open all game long. If you can, kind of fake the ball out to Mallard or Garcia and then find Schlosser right in the middle, should work.
Create some space.
There she is.
There you go. Just like you described it, but couldn't quite get there.
Well, Lila Williams was thinking the same thing,
yes,
Coach. And she's like, I'll have none of that.
She was listening to you the whole time.
And takes it to the house. Nice job.
Yep. Great ball game there, and it ends with the Horizon pick there after the score, the touchdown score. And so the Horizon Scorpions will move on to the next round with a 20-14 victory over the Montwood Rams. So here from SAC 2 on the El Paso Sports Network, we'll take a little bit break and we'll come back with the next game.